Hello my lovely friends, and welcome back to another video. So as you can tell by the title of this video, today I really want to talk about kind of like the lessons that I learned on my £10 a week food budget challenge. And I want to go through and explore some of the key things that not only did I really learn, but what will help me in the next challenge going forward. And of course reveal what the next challenge is. So I'm super excited about that because that's going to be starting soon. And this one's going to push me even further. So I'm super excited to go ahead and do that. But if you are new here, hi, my name's Yvonne and I make videos every week mainly talking about how to make money, save money and grow your money. That's because I'm on a personal journey to financial freedom and financial independence, and I'm sharing all the tips, tricks, hacks, cashbacks, everything that is helping me along the journey, and I hope that they can help you too, especially when it comes to saving money, because sometimes saving money is not that exciting. So I'm trying to make it as fun as possible and show you that you can actually build the life that you want. So if you are interested in that type of content, then please do make sure to hit that like button. Consider subscribing and joining our community. It's absolutely free and I have the best community ever. We share so much tips and I've learned so much on this journey. And of course, share this video with someone who wants to make a positive impact on their finances. Right, so if you haven't done so already, please do check out my £10 a week food budget challenge, where I basically detail on a day-to-day basis not only what you can spend for £10 to last you a whole week in terms of your food budget and your groceries, but also the different types of meals that you can make along the way. And so I did this, and it was a challenge for me because on average I spend about £25 a week, so it was even less than half the budget that I would normally allocate for myself. And I basically just had to do, and it's amazing how even £2.50 can make a difference in your budget. So I want to talk a little bit about some of the lessons that I learned, and then we'll go into, of course, what it is that I'm going to do in the next challenge. The first thing that I want to obviously point out was the fact that how much it taught me how to be creative with my meals. Now, I know that on this channel I talk about frugal living, and when it comes to saving money on your groceries, you need to become a little bit more creative with your meals. But because I had a limited amount of ingredients I had to work with, I had to make sure that I was thinking about different things. Otherwise, I was getting really bored of eating the same things over and over again. So in the last instance, I switched up. I think I had already planned to eat pancakes for all 7 days, which was completely unrealistic because after day 3 you kind of get tired of pancakes. And so it encouraged me to think about different ways and different recipes that I could use going forward. So for example, like the banana fritters, that's something that I've not had for years, but because I was in a situation where I only had limited ingredients, I had to think about how I can make it different. Then the second thing was also to consider the fact that this is a reality for a lot of people, and for me, even though I see it as a challenge, I know that a lot of people, this is their daily life. And so it made me realize that actually I can do a lot when it comes to reducing my food budget and thinking a little bit outside the box when it comes to how I spend money on food. I think I still got a bit to go when it comes to exercising self-control and financial self-control when it comes to food, just because not only do I like food, but I also need to remember that I'm actually in a really privileged position where I can actually just purchase the things that I want when I want. So that really opened my eyes in the first instance to how much more I can do in terms of my food budget, because I genuinely thought I couldn't reduce it anymore, but obviously I can. And really need to think about how I really meal plan and meal prep my food as well. Then the other thing that I was actually really astounded by was I didn't include the impact of gas and electricity in this challenge, because obviously I was cooking a lot, and in some instances I was cooking every single meal on the day. And for a lot of people who would realistically have this budget, this might not necessarily also be the case, where you might actually end up having to rationalize the amount of gas and electricity that you use. So it opened my eyes to think about actually the £10, even though it was for food, I didn't have to think about the amount of utilities that I was using during that time period. So that's also food for thought for me on how often I use my gas, how often I use my electricity, and where there are instances where I can actually stop using as much as I was doing and think about how I can maybe become better at it going forward. And so this is something that I'm going to do going forward with my meals and my grocery shop, is think about how I can utilize the ingredients more effectively and how I can combine even more ingredients than I normally do. So usually I'll plan for like meals with maybe 2 or 3 ingredients, but maybe I need to think about how I can use those ingredients in different ways to create meals that I haven't had in years but are still good, still delicious, and they still do the job, you know? So those are things that I need to consider, and I'm going to consider in the next challenge as well. And of course, the last thing is I learned that I could actually live on so much less than I thought I could. Like I mentioned before, my food budget bill is about just over £100 a month for 2 people, and it's £12.50 per week per person. And I've actually learned that I can actually reduce that significantly and still get everything that I need to. So this comes on now to the next bit, which is what I'm going to do for the next challenge going forward. And so I want to continue doing these series of challenges just because I think they're really interesting, they're really eye-opening, and of course they're a realistic way of how you can use your money, you can save your money, you can make money, you can grow money. And so I want to continue with the food budget series, but I also want to think about how I can make money as well. So I'll be doing some more make money challenges as well. But for the next food budget challenge, I'm going to be doing a £10 food budget challenge again, potentially at a cheaper supermarket, just because I think my money will stretch a little bit further. We did Sainsbury's before and that was a little bit more expensive, so we'll probably go to Lidl in the next one. And I'm going to challenge myself and do a vegan. Let's start with a vegetarian one first, and then we'll go to vegan, and then we'll think about what impact that's. Maybe I'll do a vegan/vegetarian. Is that fair? Let me know in the comments below. Is that right? Or maybe I should just pick one. Also, let me know in the comments below. Should I do a vegan food challenge or a vegetarian food challenge? Now, I know vegan's going to be a lot harder, but I do want to try it out. And so I'll be doing that in the next food challenge. But I also want to do a series of like make money challenges, which is around decluttering my house, selling things, investing, and sharing my investment journey. And for example, taking £100, analyzing the stock market, following Elon Musk. Maybe I should do that as well. Following Elon Musk for a week, seeing what he tweets and just investing my money and seeing what happens with that. It's a little bit risky. I don't advise anybody to do that, but it's worth considering a bit more on these challenges. So we will be doing a little bit more of that. And of course, I will continue with my frugal living journey and do more vlogs highlighting that as well. So yeah, so I'm looking forward. I've learned so much on this challenge, and it's something that I want to continue doing. And of course, going forward, we'll continue to challenge. So if you've got any more challenges, let me know in the comments down below and we will try those out. And of course, thank you so much for all your support. Don't forget to check out these videos, which will show you all the frugal living tips I am currently implementing in my life that have saved me thousands and thousands of pounds. Don't forget to hit that like button, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe, and of course I will see you in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next video. Do take care. Bye.